Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this little girl's shell stitch dress. So this dress can be made in a number of different sizes, and for all of the information on how to make the different sizes, please see the description box below. So last year I made a tutorial for this dress in baby sizes, so if you want to know how to make this dress in a baby size, I will have a link to that tutorial in the description box below this video as well. So thank you very much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. To begin your dress, you want to start off by making a slip knot. So to do a slip knot, you want to take your yarn and take your finger and wrap the yarn around your finger once and then twice. Then take the first loop and pull it over the second loop, and then take the second loop and pull it all the way over your finger. You then want to take your crochet hook. So take your hook, go in through the space and pull tight. And there you have a slip knot. So once you have your slip knot, we are now going to make our foundation chain. And for our chain, we are going to chain 74. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 74. So I have just finished making my foundation chain of 74, and I would always recommend going back and checking that you have 74 chains, and if you do, we are ready to move on to round 1 of our dress. So we are now on to round 1. And round 1 is a simple round of double crochet. We are just going to do 1 double crochet into every single stitch across, or into every single chain. And we're going to work our first double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. So here is the first chain from the hook, here is the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th. And into this chain you want to work your first double crochet. So to do a double crochet, yarn over and go into the chain, the 4th chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. So there we have 1 double crochet, and we're going to do that into every single chain along. So I'm going to yarn over and go into the next chain and work 1 double crochet, then do 1 double crochet into the next chain as well, and continue this all the way along for round 1. So I have just finished working that all the way along for round 1, and at the end of this round you should have 72 double crochets across, and that includes the chain 3 that we skipped at the beginning. So this chain 3 here, where we worked into the 4th chain from the hook, counts as our first double crochet. So you should have 72 stitches across, including the chain 3, and if you do, we are ready to move on to round 2 of our dress. So to begin round 2, you want to chain 3 and turn. So chain 1, 2, 3 and turn, and this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So in round 2, we are just going to do 1 double crochet into each stitch across. So into every single stitch across, we're going to do 1 double crochet. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. So we're going to begin working into this stitch, as the chain 3 is the double crochet for this one. So yarn over and go into the next stitch along and work 1 double crochet, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and 1 double crochet into the next one, and 1 double crochet into the next one, and just continue this all the way around for round 2. 1 double crochet into each chain. So I have almost finished working that all the way along for round 2, and I just wanted to show you that when you come to the very end of the round, it's really important that you work into the top of the turning chain. So go into the top of the chain, so this is the chain 3 from the beginning of round 1, and these can sometimes be a little bit tricky to go into, but go into the top of the chain and work one last double crochet. And at the end of this round you should still have 72 double crochets across, and that includes the chain 3 from the beginning. The chain 3 always counts as a double crochet. So now we're ready to move on to round 3 of our dress. In round 3 you want to chain 3 and turn, and this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So in round 3 what we're going to do is we are going to do 2 double crochets into one stitch, but then 1 double crochet into the next, then 2 double crochets both into the next stitch, and then 1 double crochet into the next. And we're going to repeat that all the way along for round 3. So we have our chain 3 and turn here, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. But as we are doing 2 into 1 and 1 into the next, we need to work a second double crochet into this first stitch. So yarn over and go into this stitch here, the same stitch that your chain 3 comes out of, and work 1 double crochet. And now we have 2 double crochets both into this first stitch. So we're going to go into the next stitch and do 1 double crochet. So now do 2 double crochets both into the next stitch. So I'm going to go back down into the same stitch and do a second one, and then do 1 double crochet into the next one, then 2 into the next, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and 1 double crochet into the next one, and continue this all the way around for round 3. 2 1 2 1 2 1. So I have just finished working that all the way along for round 3, and you should have finished off by working 1 last double crochet into the top of the turning chain. As we started with 2 double crochets into the first stitch, you should finish by doing 1 double crochet into the last stitch. And there we have finished round 3, and we are ready to move on to round 4. But before we begin the next round, we are going to take our long strip which we have here, and we are going to join this. So from now on we want our dress to be joined at the back. We're just going to have a small opening, so kind of like a keyhole, to make it easier to put on and off. So we need to join our work. So you want to take your work like this where you finished off, and then take the other side, make sure your work is not twisted, and take the other side. So we're going to go to the chain 3 that we worked at the very beginning of the round, and you want to go into the top of the chain 3, so the third chain, and insert your hook into this chain, and it can be a little bit tricky to go into these chains. So go into the top of the chain 3 like that, and we're going to work a slip stitch. So simply yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. And there we have joined our work, and now we can just attach a button at the top. And we are ready to move on to round 4 of our dress, and you can see that this is our neckline. So we are now on to round 4, and to begin this round you want to chain 3 and turn, and as usual our chain 3 counts as a stitch. This counts as our first double crochet. So in round 4 what we are going to do is whenever we come to an individual double crochet, so where we worked just 1 double crochet into one stitch, so like here and here and here, we're going to do 1 double crochet into that stitch. So wherever we have an individual double crochet, work 1 double crochet into that stitch. And then when we have our sets of 2 double crochets from last round, so where we did 2 double crochets both into a stitch, So like here and here and here. We're going to go in between these stitches, so it kind of makes a V, and we're going to go in between the V and work 3 double crochets all into that stitch. So we're going to be doing 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets, all the way around for round 4, and we're going to be working our 1 double crochets into the individual double crochets from last round, and our 3 double crochets in between the sets of 2 from last round. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. So for this individual double crochet here, this counts as a double crochet for that one. So now we're going to move on to our next set of 2, where we did 2 double crochets both into the same stitch, and we're going to go in between this set of 2 and work 3 double crochets all into that space. So yarn over and go in between the set of 2, kind of in between the V, and work 1 double crochet, then work a second one into the same space, and then a third one into the same space again. So there we have 1 and 3, and now we're going to move on to our next individual double crochet here. So it's the double crochet by itself, and we're going to go into the top of this stitch and work 1 double crochet. And now we're going to go to the next set of 2, and we're going to go in between this set of 2 and do 3 double crochets all in between this set, so all into this like that. We have 3. Now we're going to go to the next individual double crochet here, and we're going to go into the top of this stitch and do 1 double crochet, and then we're going to go to the next set of 2 here and go in between this set of 2 and do 3 double crochets all in between these 2, so into the space, and repeat this all the way around, and this is what creates our really pretty shell stitch. So do 1 3 1 3 all the way around for round 4. So I'm just coming to the end of round 4, and I have one last set to work. So I'm going to go in between this last set of 2 and work a last set of 3 double crochets. So you want to finish off by doing a set of 3. So 1 2 and 3, like that. And then we're going to finish off by doing a slip stitch into the top of this stitch here, so into the top of the chain 3 that we did at the beginning of the round. So go into the top of this chain 3 and yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So work a slip stitch. And now we're ready to move on to round 5. So we are now on to round 5 of our dress, and to begin this round you want to chain 3 and turn, and this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So round 5 is very similar to the last few rounds, but instead of doing 1 2 1 2 or 1 3 1 3 all the way around, in round 5 we're going to do 1 4 1 4 all the way around. So 1 double crochet, 4 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 4 double crochets. And in the same way as last round, whenever we come to an individual double crochet, so here and here and here. So the double crochets in between the sets of 3. We're going to work 1 double crochet into each of those stitches, and then whenever we get to our sets of 3 from last round, we're going to go into the middle, so into the second double crochet of the 3, and we're going to work 4 double crochets. So we're going to do 1 4 1 4 all the way around. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. So we're going to move on to our first set of 3, and we're going to go to the middle, so the second one. So here we have the first, second and third, and go to the middle stitch, the second one, yarn over and go into this stitch and do 1 double crochet. Then go back into the same stitch again and do a second one. Then go back into the exact same stitch a third time and do a third double crochet. And finally work a 4th double crochet into the same stitch. So there we have done 4 double crochets all into the middle of that set of 3. So now we're going to move on to this next individual double crochet here, and you want to go into this double crochet and work 1 double crochet. So go to the individual double crochet and work 1 double crochet, then move on to the next set of 3 and go to the very middle, so the second double crochet here of the 3, and into this stitch we're going to do 4 double crochets all into this stitch. So there we have 3 and 4. Now we're going to go to the next individual double crochet here and work 1 double crochet, and now go to the next set of 3 and work 4 double crochets into the middle stitch, and continue this all the way around for round 5. 1 4 1 4 1 4. So I have just finished working that all the way around for that round, and I finished off by doing one last set of 4 double crochets, and now we're going to finish off the round by doing a slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 that we did at the very beginning. So go into the top of the chain 3, so into the top of this very last chain, and like I said, these can be a little bit tricky to get into at times, and then work a slip stitch. And there we have finished that round, and we're ready to move on to the next one. So we are now on to round 6, and you want to start off by chaining 3 and turning, and this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So this round is pretty similar to the last few rounds, but instead of doing 1 3 1 3 or 1 4 1 4 all the way around, in this round we're going to do 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets all the way along. And in the same way as the last 2 rounds, whenever we come to an individual double crochet, so here and here and here, we're going to do 1 double crochet into each of those stitches, and then when we come to our sets of 4 double crochets, we're going to go to the middle of these sets, so in between the second and third double crochet of the set of 4. So we have the 1 2 3 4, so here we have the second and third double crochet, and you want to go in between these, in the space between them, and work 5 double crochets all into this space. Then we'll move on to the next individual double crochet and work 1 double crochet. Then in the next set of 4, go between the second and third double crochet and work 5, and repeat that all the way around. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. So now we're going to move on to our first set of 4, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and go in between the second and third into this space here, yarn over and go into the space in between the stitches and work 1 double crochet. Then go back into the same space again and do a second one, then a third, fourth and fifth. So we have 5 double crochets all into that stitch or that space, and you should see that you have 2 stitches on either side. Then we're going to go to our next individual double crochet here and go into the top of this stitch and do 1 double crochet. Then move on to the next set of 4, go in the middle in between the second and third double crochets and work like 5. That. Then go to the next individual double crochet and work 1 double crochet. So you can see we always work 1 double crochet into each individual double crochet. And then in the next set of 4, go in the middle, so here, and work 5. And repeat this all the way along, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5 for round 6. So I have finished working that all the way around for round 6, and I finished off by doing one last set of 5 double crochets and then working a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And now we are ready to move on to round 7. So we are now on to round 7, and to begin this round you want to chain 3 and turn, and this chain 3 again counts as our first double crochet. So now for round 7 we are going to do the exact same thing as we did last round in round 6. We're going to do 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets all the way around. And in the same way as the last few rounds, every time we get to an individual double crochet, so here, here, here and here, we're going to do 1 double crochet into that stitch. And then when we get to our sets of 5, we are going to do 5 double crochets into the middle of this set of 5, so into the third double crochet of the set of 5, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet for this stitch here. So we're going to move on to our set of 5, our first set of 5, and we're going to go to the third double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go to the third one, and into this stitch we're going to do 5 double crochets. So 5 double crochets all into this same stitch. So there I have 2, 3, 4 and 5, like that. So it's the exact same thing as last round, it's just that the positioning of our sets of 5 is slightly different as we are working them onto 5 and not 4. So now we're going to move on to our next individual double crochet and work 1 double crochet into this stitch. And then we are on to the next set of 5, and we're going to go to the third double crochet, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, go into this stitch and do 5 double crochets all into this stitch. Like that, and we're going to repeat that all the way around for this round, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5. So I have just finished working that all the way around for round 7. So I have done my final set of 5 double crochets, and now I'm going to go and work a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 as usual. So just as we have done before. And there we have completed that round, and we're ready to move on to round 8. So we are now on to round 8 of our dress, and in this round we are going to be turning our big circle, which we have here, into a dress shape. So we're going to be adding in the front, the back, and the 2 armholes. So what we're going to do that is we're going to work along a certain number of stitches for the first half of the back of our dress. We're then going to skip a certain number of stitches for the first armhole, then work along a number of stitches for the front, skip another set of stitches for the next armhole, and then work along another set of stitches or the rest of the stitches for the other half of the back. And that is how we're going to create our shape of our dress in round 8. So to begin this round, you want to chain 3 and turn. And this chain 3 counts as our first double crochet. So now in round 8, we're going to be looking at our work in sets. And one set is 1 double crochet plus 5 double crochets. So this here is 1 set. And then this is a set, 1 double crochet plus 5 double crochets. And this is a set, 1 and 5. So we're going to be looking at our work in sets. And what we're going to do is we're going to work a certain number of sets for the first half of the back, then skip a certain number of sets for the armhole, and so on. So we're working in sets of 1 double crochet plus 5 double crochets. So we have chained 3 and turned, and we're going to begin working the first half of the back. And for the first half of the back, we are going to work 6 sets. So 6 sets of double crochet and then 5 double crochets. So here we have 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets and 6 sets. So we're going to work all of these sets for the first half of the back. So we have chained 3 and turned, and this counts as our first double crochet. So this is the double crochet for the first set. So now we just need to do our 5 double crochets, and just like last round, we are going to work them into the third double crochet of this set of 5. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So go into this third double crochet and work 5 double crochets. So like that. So there we have 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets. So we have 1 set, and we need to work 5 more for the first half of the back. So I'm going to move on to my second one. So I'm going to work my double crochet into this individual double crochet here, and then I'm going to work 5 double crochets into the middle of this set. So 5 double crochets. So there I have a second set, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, and I'm going to do a third one, and then a fourth, then a fifth, and then a sixth. So I should have 6 sets in total for the first half of the back. So I have just finished working 6 sets of 1 double crochet and 5 double crochets for the first half of the back of my dress. So I have 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets and 6 sets, like that. And now we're going to move on to the first armhole. And making the armhole is very simple. All we are going to do is skip 6 sets. So you want to skip 6 sets of 1 double crochet and 5 double crochets. So here we have our first double crochet of the first set. So we're going to skip 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets, 5 sets and 6 sets. So skip all of these sets. And then here we have the double crochet, which is immediately after the 6th set. So this double crochet is the double crochet of the first set of the front of the dress. And we are going to begin by working into this double crochet. So skip all of those 6 sets for the armhole. And then you should come to this set here, which is the first set of the front of the dress. And you want to go to the double crochet, yarn over, and I like to kind of bring my work together. So yarn over, go into this double crochet and work 1 double crochet like that, and then into this set of 5, go into the middle and work 5 double crochets. So like that. So I have done 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, and you can see we have our armhole. So this has formed our armhole, and this set that we just worked here immediately after the armhole is the first set of the front of the dress. So we have already started the front. And the front of our dress is 12 sets long, so 12 sets of 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets. So we have already worked 1 set here, and now we need to work 11 more. So go into the next double crochet, the next individual double crochet, and work 1 double crochet. Then go into the top of this set of 5 and work 5 double crochets into the third one, and just continue these sets all the way along until you have 12 in total for the front. So 12 sets. So continue to work these until you have 12 for the front. So I have just finished working those 12 sets for the front of my dress. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 sets in total. And I would always recommend that you go back and count that you have the right number of sets. So count that you did 6 for the first half of the back, you skipped 6 for the armhole, and worked 12 for the front. And now we're going to move on to the next armhole. And for this armhole, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did for the other armhole. We're just going to skip 6 sets. So skip 6 sets of 1 double crochet and 5 double crochets. So skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here is my last set which I'm going to skip. And then here I have the double crochet immediately after that last set, and this is the double crochet of the first set of the other half of the back. And we're going to yarn over, pull our work together, go into this double crochet and work 1 double crochet like that. And then you can go back and check that you did skip 6 sets. And then here we have our next set of 5, and you want to go into this set of 5 and work 5 double crochets into the middle or the third one along, just as we have been doing. So there we have made our other armhole, and here we have worked another set of 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, and this set is the first set of the other half of the back. And now to finish off this round, you want to just continue working sets along until you reach where you started. And that should be 6 sets in total. So 6 sets in total for the other half of the back. So we have done 1, so you should have 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 left. So I'm going to go and work 1 double crochet and then 5 double crochets, and just continue that until you get to the end of the round. So I have finished working that all the way along, and I have worked 6 sets in total for the other half of the back, and now you should have 6 for each half, which makes 12, which is the exact same number you have for the front. And now we're going to finish off by working a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we worked at the beginning of the round. And there we have completed this round. And you can see that we have created the shape of our dress. So here we have our 2 armholes, and we have the front and the back, and we have this little opening here where we will put a button. And now we are ready to move on to the next round. So we are now on to round 9 of our dress. And the rest of our dress is very simple. You simply want to repeat sets of 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, all the way around, and then finish off by doing a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. So you start each round with a chain 3 and turn, which counts as our first double crochet. Then do 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, just as we have done before. So just keep working your sets. So work every individual double crochet into each individual double crochet from last round, and then work your sets of 5 into the middle of the sets of 5 from the previous round, so into the third double crochet, and keep repeating that all the way around. And when you get to the armholes for this round, we're just going to go straight across. Do not go up into the armholes. This dress is short sleeved and we have finished the arms now, so just go straight across. And when you get to the end of the round, do a slip stitch, and then we're just going to keep repeating that round again and again and again until you feel that your dress is long enough. So you can do as many or as little rounds as you like. So if you wanted to do a top, you could just do a few rounds, but if you wanted to do a short dress or a longer dress, you can do as many rounds as you like. So to start each round, we're going to chain 3 and turn. So you start every round with a chain 3 and turn, and this counts as our first double crochet. So now we're going to go to this next set and go to the third double crochet and work 5 double crochets all into this stitch, so into the middle stitch like that. And now we're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, so into the next individual double crochet, then 5 double crochets, and keep repeating this all the way around. 1 5 1 5 1 5, and then when we come to the end, work your last set of 5 double crochets and then work a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3, and then we will repeat that again. Chain 3 and turn, do 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, all the way around, and then work a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. And you should find that these rounds go a lot quicker as we have cut out 12 sets with the armholes. So these rounds should only be 24 sets long, so they should go a lot quicker than the rounds we were doing before. So keep repeating those rounds until you feel that your dress is long enough. So I have finished repeating those rounds again and again and again, and I have my dress to the length that I want it. And then I worked a final slip stitch and fastened off. So pulled my yarn out and my hook and cut my yarn. I then weaved all of my ends into the inside of my dress and attached a button at the back, and I have finished. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it easy to follow. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos, and thanks again for watching. Bye!